2. John Henry drove his steel with a 10-pound sheep-nosed hammer with a regular-sized switch handle 4 feet long. This handle was made slim from where the hammer fitted to a few inches back where it was reduced to 1/2 inch in thickness, the width being 5/8 in the slim part. It was kept greased with tallow to keep it limber and flexible, so as to not jar the hands and arms. He would stand from 5 1/2 feet to 6 feet from the steel, strike with the full length of his hammer. The handle was so limber that when it was held out straight, the hammer would hang nearly halfway down. He drove steel from his left shoulder and would make a stroke of more than 19 1/2 feet, spending his power with all his might, making the hammer travel with the speed of lightning. He would throw his hammer over his shoulder, and nearly the full length of the handle would be down his back with the hammer just between his legs, just below his knees. He would drive 10 long hours, never turning the stroke. John Henry could stand on 2 powder cans and drive a drill straight up equally as fast as he could drive it straight down, with the same long sweep and rapidity of the hammer. He would stand on a powder with 2 feet together, toes even, drive all day, never missing a stroke. He was the steel driving champion of the country, and his record has never been equaled. John Henry was the best driver on the C&O. He was the only man that could drive steel with 2 hammers, one in each hand. People came from miles to see him use 2 20-pound hammers he had to drive with. It seems that 2 different contracting companies were meeting in what was called the Big Bend Tunnel. One had a steam drill and the other used man-powered drill with. When they met, everyone claimed that the steam drill was the greatest of all inventions, but John Henry made the remark that he could sink more steel than that steam drill could. The contest was arranged and the money put up. John Henry was to get his $100 to beat the steam drill. John Henry had his foreman buy him 2 new 20-pound hammers for the race. They were to drill 35 minutes. When the contest was over, John Henry had drilled 2 holes 7 feet deep, which made him a total of 14 feet. The steam drill drilled 1 hole 9 feet, which of course gave a prize to John. When the race was over, John Henry retired to his home and told his wife that he had a queer feeling in his head. She prepared his supper, and immediately after eating, he went to bed. Next morning, when his wife awoke and told him it was time to get up, she received no answer. She immediately discovered that he had passed to the other world sometime in the night. His body was examined by 2 doctors from Baltimore, and it was found his death was caused from a burst blood vessel in his head. The information I have given you came to me through my grandfather, who was present at Big Bend Tunnel when the contest was staged. At that time, he was a timekeeper for the crew that John Henry was working with. I've heard him say that his watch started and stopped the race. There was present all of the RR officials of the C&O. The crowd that remained through the race at the mouth of the tunnel was estimated at 2,500, a large crowd for pioneer days. John Henry was born in Tennessee, and at the time of his death was 34 years old. He was a man weighing from 200 to 225. He was a full-blooded Negro, his father having come from Africa. He often said his strength was brought from Africa. He was not any relation to John Hardy, as far as I know.